So a few years ago, my car was stuck in the mud. I was going forward and backwards, trying to get myself unstuck, but I only succeeded in getting my wheels deeper and deeper into the earth. I had no idea what I was doing, and I was alone in the gym parking lot. Well, actually, the parking lot was completely crowded by the time I got there to the gym, so I parked around the corner of the building on a grassy lot. And it rained that night, and the grass turned to mud, and on my way home, I got stuck. Now, I know I could have just gone back into the gym, up to the front counter, and asked for help, but I'm 40 years old, and I didn't think I should be going in and asking an 18-year-old for help. I mean, I should be the one giving the help and the advice and being the man about the world and not coming to someone else that young is so helpless. And I was just embarrassed and afraid. So I ended up going to my cell phone to get help. And I went to this one website that I've gone to in the past, The Art of Manliness. The Art of Manliness is a website dedicated to turning wimpy guys into powerful, strong, competent, independent men through the time-honored techniques of listicles and infographics. And so I found the infographic about how to get your car unstuck in the mud. And they had a couple of tips there. All right, great. Tip number 1, get a shovel and shovel yourself out. Who has a shovel in their car, right? All right, well, tip number 2, get some kitty litter and spread it around by the tires and you get some traction. Now, I am more of a cat person than a dog person, but I don't own any pets, so there's no, let's go to tip number 3. And tip number 3 is use your floor mats and wedge them underneath the tires to get some traction there. And that's perfect. All right, awesome. All right, manliness saved there. So I go out, I take my floor mats, I put them wedge underneath the front tires, and I go back in the car, and I start going back and forth, to try and get myself out. Well, 25 minutes later, all I have is ruined floor mats, and I'm still stuck in the mud. And at this point, I'm getting really panicky because the gym is going to be closing in about 10 minutes. And I can see all the people walking out of the gym, going to their car to leave, and I'm going to be there all night. And I don't know what to do. And it's like, how come the Art of Manliness is not helping me, And so I'm banging on the steering wheel, and I'm getting really upset, and I don't know what to do. And at that point, I just give up, and I look in my rearview mirror, and there's these 2 young guys coming out of the gym, out to their cars. Young guys, and it's a gym, so they're kind of strong looking. And I open the car door, and I step out, and I take a few moments, and I take a breath, summon my courage, and I walk out over to these guys. And I say, hey, and they're like, hey. And I ask them, do you have a shovel? And they just stare at me. And then one guy looks over my shoulder at the car, and he says, oh, you need a push. And I'm like, yeah, I need a push. And they say, oh, yeah, we can help you out. And within 10 seconds, nailed it, I'm out of the mud. It wasn't long after that I decided never to go to the Art of Manliness website ever again. Because, I do want to become a better man, but I really don't think that entails never, ever asking for help. Thank you.